Okay, cool. All right. So, hey, my name is Mike Lights, and today I'm going to show you how I created this. This is Camboy. This is my most recent DJ mix, and I just wanted to showcase the process today because it was so involved and it took a whole lot of computing power to get through this. So I don't know why you would ever want or need to fake a live stream, especially not in this way. I think now that I'm actually utilizing the software OBS right here, that I probably could have made this a whole lot simpler, but I will explain how I did my fake live stream with you all today. So I say first off, the biggest thing is pre-planning. I think the number one reason why I would assume that you would want to do this sort of setup is because if you're like me, your computer probably cannot handle all of the things you want to do simultaneously at once. So step one is just pre-planning, deciding what elements you want to use and just how you would like to record. For me, I went with a start screen, the selfie cam, the actual screen recording, and the chat. Yeah, I definitely broke it down to those four things, and then I figured out how to tackle each of them. Once you have decided how you would like to record, or the things that you would like to record and how you would like to record them, I would definitely get your recording first. In my case, I did the screen recording first just to get it laid down. I didn't record. So when I went to record this project, pro tip number one would definitely be to just record it all at the same time. If your computer can handle whatever you're trying to do, definitely I would recommend doing a quick catch up on OBS Studio. This is literally the first time I'm using OBS to live stream anything. It seems intimidating at first on the surface, but it really seems like it's pretty intuitive once you see it a couple of times, watch a couple of tutorials, watch a couple of videos, and it should start to like come together. But I would definitely recommend just sticking with OBS if you feel like your computer can handle all the applications that would be involved with whatever you're doing. In my case, this is a DJ set I did, obviously. So I recorded the set, did the screen recording while I did the set, and then I came back afterwards a few days later and then mimicked the set. And I think it actually came out pretty cool, because then I was able to go ahead and record different scenes, just the style that I wanted to do this anyways. Like it didn't matter to me if it matched up all the way that I did it. That was just part of like the fun. I just wanted to have that visual in there of me on the boards or whatever. But like obviously like I cut in different scenes like here where I'm like standing up and I'm jumping around. I don't even think I'd be able to play this for real because the way, yeah, the lag on this is exactly what I'm saying. It was impossible to edit this video. I literally I couldn't render anything. Rendering even like 2 minutes of the 34 minute clip took probably like half an hour just to render one section. It was impossible to actually edit this in any sort of efficient way. So after I got my recording, I got all my video clips, I was able to like splice them together. So then I think that's the real part of like the illusion of the live stream that gives you just more control. It's not like you get one run through and that's it. That's just the live stream by itself. But being able to like play with it, maneuver it, cut and splice, change things up, give it like a little bit more visual intrigue, I think, just help tell the story and kind of help bring the vision to life a little bit better. What I did to get this actual video itself is I did 3 separate recordings. Let me see if I can pull them up over here. Here we go. Okay, so I had 3 separate recordings. These are like all the extra little clips and everything. But what I did was I had the initial recording right here. these .movs, which I believe that's just how the iPhone saves it in MOV. And the clips, those clips were like hefty gigabytes, very large clip files. So I use Adobe's media encoder to make them a bit smaller because because the stream quality, I wanted it to be like lower anyways. So I converted them from MOVs to MP4s, made them smaller files to work with, along with just decreasing the quality a little bit. I wanted it to have more of a, I guess, a kind of throwback live stream feel. So, for instance, what I used to actually decrease the quality of the clip itself from like what you see now versus what actually is on the video, the actual video right here, added some noise, an unsharp mask, Gaussian blur, posterized time. For the parts where I wanted to change the posterized time, I would drop it down to like, whenever I want to do like a blur or like lost connection thing, I drop it down to like even like 2 for the frame rate, and it kind of gives you that very choppy, laggy kind of look. The big one was the posterized time, to change the frame rate that it's shooting at, because I believe now you're looking at this in 30 frames. 24 frames is your more traditional like movie kind of look, kind of style. It'd be like 23.999 or some like that. Oh, excuse me, something like that. For being technical, but 21 frames I felt like was a good kind of middle ground to where it wasn't crazy wild, but it still kind of gave it more like just like a little bit more of a like kind of like lag feel. Yeah, so that's how I basically put the video together. Things I do better if I had to do this again. Well, I would not do it this way. I'm sure there's like a setting in OBS right here that allows you to shoot in lower quality, which I believe it does. And I don't know if that'll give you the exact look, but also I thought it was cool to be able to manipulate the video at certain times to like drop the quality a little bit more here and there, to be able to add like my own buffers at certain points, especially when the video wasn't quite syncing up with the audio and what was going on the actual like screen recording itself with the actual software. And it just looks too far off. So I think it did work out for what I was trying to accomplish with this particular video. So let's get into the actual chat messages. I feel like this is what really makes a live stream in 2025, is having like those chat messages flowing in. So how did I create the chat messages? Actually, the rest of the video is pretty much, I did all in After Effects. For this, when you're doing the chat messages, you are going to have to do every message manually. My video is 33 minutes long, and I had the messages going far faster than I probably should have, because then I had to go and make 33 minutes worth of chat messages at this like crazy speed. Not a fun process, very tough. But now let's go into After Effects, right? So first off, definitely do your chat after you record the video so that you can better sync up the messages. If you would like to do very personal messages to whatever's going on the screen, I made my messages by pulling up the Chat GPT and, giving it the scenario. Literally was like, I'm at this part of the set and I'm playing these songs within that section, and I just need some messages based off of what I got going on. And it did a pretty good job coming up with some original messages that I did not have to overly think about, because creating it was hard enough. So let's see. So now we have the chat right here, right? The really interesting part with this was making the chat like slide in like this. Figuring that out was really the big issue. I found there's one video on the whole YouTube that explains how to do this, and I'll link that video. Every single message I did myself, having to come in and like literally like edit every single line. Crazy. Pre-comps on pre-comps to get all these messages in here. And this is literally just going, this is just 2.5 minutes. Just this, and I had to spread this across 33 minutes worth. So hopefully your fake live stream is not nearly as long, so you don't have to go through all that trouble. But if you do, Godspeed. Once you have completed your chat and have brought that into your video, you set that up in the position on the video that you want to. You can then come and work on your start and stop screens, even your break streams, like stream will be back, for an example. This one's very optional for sure, not necessary at all, but just to show how I did mine, which again I thought was pretty cool, man. I thought this was really cool, and it was the first time I actually tried this. There's plenty of ways to do it. I just found a video that seemed like a general idea of how I had it in my head of how I wanted my start screen to look. All right, so and then this itself, building this is not that difficult, for real. As long as you know like a little After Effects, it shouldn't be that like crazy. It'd probably be pretty easy to follow, even if if as a beginner. I use this particular video, pretty straightforward, easy to follow. There is one expression, this loop out ping pong is what this creator used to get like this character to move. So as you'll see, our fairy friend comes and she's bouncing back and forth. I think it came out pretty clean, for real. I really like that little gloss, the little gloss that goes across. It just makes it feel more, I guess, like, I don't know, it just kind of feels very lively. I feel like the whole animation, the whole motion of everything just feels like it's alive. Some extra layers in here, but all that is in that video. If y'all want to check it out just to see how to create your own start screen, it's basically the same thing, just stream is ending for the ending screen. If you wanted to include that, stream is over, I would probably say. But it was just a really nice touch. And the character itself, how I got the character, I'm sorry, y'all. I GPT'd that one too. Moving on. Now that we have all of our components, putting them all together is the fun part. The screen recording video itself. To screen record on my Mac, I use QuickTime Player. It tends to record in very large files. I do not know how to adjust recording settings. It's probably not that difficult. It's probably like just going up to the thing right here and then settings, and it's probably in there somewhere. I have down here my actual screen recording layer. I have here my actual video, which I just adjusted the size of and all, put it in the corner. And then obviously the chat at the top. These inserts in here are moments where I want to pause the chat. And in order to pause the chat, I really wish I could have had the messages coming in at different times too, to also just help with the authenticity. I didn't get that far. So what I did was I just like manually paused it by just taking a picture, just taking a screenshot. I think I blacked out everything else, all of the other stuff, just kept this chat video up, and then just came down here to the export frame, then just dragged it in between forever long I wanted it to be paused for, and that's how I got the pause on the chat. And yeah, you know, that's pretty much it. Again, very involved and very kind of tedious way to do it, probably. I'm sure OBS is not such a crazy large application to where you couldn't record what you're doing all at the same time, because it's designed to be able to handle that. And I wish I would have known that going in, because it probably would have came out a little bit different. I'm so happy with the way it came out, but it probably would have just saved me a lot more time and energy. Yeah, that's pretty much how that all came together. Again, look into OBS Studio. It has a actual recording, a screen recording setting that you can set up. You don't even have to go live. You don't even have to actually go live and try to record the live stream. We can just record the video as I'm doing now and then chop it up however you want to later. In the future, I'm sure I will probably do something like that if I ever do something like this ever again. But yeah, I hope I have been of assistance. Drop in the comments if you have any further questions, if you really want to tackle this. Camboy is out now. Jersey Club, Sexy Drill, Internet Mashup Mix. Definitely go check it out. If you haven't already, go see what the final product looks like after seeing how it all came together. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see y'all soon.